and thank you for joining us here on the Tea for Our Lives special edition with Conversations with the Authors. I have some awesome women with me tonight, and I have none other than Cindy Rax, I have Sadiqa Johnson, and then I have Miss Simone Kelly. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Tell everybody hi and where you coming from.
Hey, it's Sydney Rax, originally from Detroit, but right now I'm in Houston, Texas.
Woohoo!
Hey everybody, this is Sadiqa Johnson. I'm originally from Philadelphia, but right now I'm in Richmond, Virginia.
Right.
Hey everybody, I'm Simone Kelly, and I'm originally from the Boogie Down Bronx, New York City, and I'm now living in South Florida.
Okay, since y'all had to go ahead and give y'all state shout out, I got to give mine. Hey, I'm Deborah Franklin. I am originally from Houston, Texas, now residing in Maryland. So, woo-woo!
We all moved.
Forgot, ladies, I am so excited about having you on tonight. For those that don't know, these are some awesome authors. I got some books. See, y'all didn't think I still had them. I got Cindy's book. I got Sadiqa's book, but that's not the one she been. Oh, we're gonna get up to that. And then I got Miss Simone's book. Now, Miss Simone's book got me tripping right now. So we'll come back to that later because Sydney's book already had me going crazy. And Sadiqa's book, I was like, "Ooh, I think I know some of these people." So I was like, "Okay, we got to slow this down." But ladies, y'all are doing something that is so amazing to me because not only are you three women, but you're three women that are working together that are in different parts of the country. Why don't you share with the people what you guys have been doing for, I think, this past month or so?
Mm-hmm. Can I share as far as first give thanks to Rachel Kahn, who is at HarperCollins. She's my editor, and she was my mentor, and she's who signed me. Many years ago when I first started writing, she introduced me to Sydney Rax. So Sydney was one of my first author buddies that I would, kind of call her for advice and like, hey, what do I do? How does this work? Because I was clueless, and she was already a successful author on her own. And then Sadiqa was someone that Rachel recommended that I get to know as well. So I reached out to her, and then that's how I just said, hey, I just inboxed all of them and said, hey, we need to be friends and collaborate because we had a lot of different strengths. So the two of them have already been in publishing. That's not my world. I didn't know much about it. They knew the ropes and they would give me advice. And then I'm a marketing person by, background. If my background is marketing. So I was giving advice to them, and then we just ended up collaborating and coming up with ideas. And it's been besties ever since.
That is awesome. That's amazing. So,
but I had to give Rachel a shout out because it wouldn't happen without if she didn't put us together.
Most definitely. So so share with the people what you guys have been doing for I think I said for the last month. I don't want to tell it. I want y'all to tell y'all's big thing about what you guys are doing now together with y'all's collaboration.
So I think the thing that Simone actually is, because she is the marketing person, she's kind of the brainchild of how to put things together. Like she said, I know how to write. I know how to do a little bit of marketing, but for the most part, I'm a writer. So
no, you gave me a lot of marketing tips too. Don't play yourself like that.
All right, okay. But what she did was kind of bring us together so that we could market our books together. So it's kind of like a May package where we're giving away 3 copies of the book each week to a different winner. And then we're kind of sharing the mailing list, which I think is genius because a lot of times authors, we're out here struggling by ourselves. I know, you feel like it's just you don't have any support and you're kind of grinding alone. But with the 3 of us kind of working together, it really has kind of upped the ante a little bit.
Good stuff.
And I like to add, it exposes us to other people's audiences.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So people that I never heard, that never heard of me, might see me promoted on Sydney's page and vice versa. So it's really great. So, and we all write different we're different kind of writers. So there's no competition. There's enough money out there for everybody.
Exactly. Because I
like to say abundance is for everybody. There is enough abundance in the world for everybody.
I love it.
Exactly.
Sell lots of books. So it's no harm in working together. And I think hopefully we'll be an example going forward to other authors that people will see the camaraderie between us and say, you know what, if those three can do it and look what they've accomplished, I need to get me 2 or 3 buddies together and try and do the same thing.
Well, I already told y'all I felt some kind of way because y'all didn't call me, because I've been talking to all 3 of y'all, and nobody said, hey, damn, you want to throw your book in here? Because after they read y'all's book, they need my book so they can get some help. Because I tell them how to get their minds together. Y'all don't have them cuckoo. Y'all, because especially Simone got people trying to figure out.
Why are you blaming me?
People. It's your fault. You talk about, I see dead people. So Cindy, how have you enjoyed working with these two? Because you seem like you the quiet one of the bunch. How you get a word in with these two?
Well, no, I wanted to say I'm very happy for this opportunity. Thank you, Simone. Simone is like a marketing genius. I mean, really, and I couldn't have done this on my own, so I appreciate it. I'm getting her overflow. I'm getting Sadiqa's overflow. You know what I'm saying? So it's just an overall blessing to be able to do this, and it's working. I love it. And this is my first time ever participating in something like this, and I highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to plan on doing it again for the holidays.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the holidays, I'm all for the holidays. Because what I bring to the table, I can talk. I can talk to everybody. But, and I'm so excited for you guys because it's amazing. And then because so many times people think that women are nothing but crabs in a bucket and that women can't get along. So what advice could you give, let's say, to a new female author that's trying to jump out there, get started, or women in general in business? What kind of advice would you give them?
I'm a big networker. So, you have to get out there and expand your network and be open to learning from others. Sometimes people have this chip on their shoulder that they know it all. Nobody can teach me nothing. We all have, like we're showing as an example, we all have strengths in different areas. But, it's just being open-minded and sharing. I used to joke around and be like, I'm good. I don't need no new friends. Remember that Drake song, No New Friends?
Right.
But it's funny, like the last few years, I've actually gotten a lot of really good, close friends that I've just met, over the last few years. And I still have my friends I've known for 30 something years, but there's so many people that you meet in networking and social media. I mean, think about it. Yeah. The 3 of us have never met in person. Hello.
Right.
Never met in person.
Yeah.
And we have this amazing chemistry. So just be open-minded and make sure you, when you work with people or collaborate, make sure that everybody's bringing something to the table. Because that's another big issue. A lot of people don't like to do these type of things because one person is doing all the work and the other one's not. When everybody's pulling their share, then it's beautiful. Also,
in addition to this giveaway, we've also had conversations like on the phone, just exchanging ideas as well. So it goes beyond.
That's how it started. Yeah, that's how it all started.
Yeah. I would also say if you're just getting started in business that you want to try and diversify. In addition to everything we're talking about is marketing and social media. I'm really big on putting myself into diverse audiences. And that's kind of uncomfortable for some people. I just moved to Richmond and the first thing I did was I joined the James River Writers Conference, the community. And I would go to these events and I would know no one. And I would have a sticker on my shirt and I had to put myself out there and meet people who are at all different levels of writing, all different colors and creeds. So I would say for someone who's just starting off, don't be afraid to diversify. Don't be afraid to put yourself in uncomfortable situations because you never know what might come out of it. And be nice to everyone because
that is key.
You never know who that person is connected to. I get emails all the time saying, oh, I met you at such and such. I thought maybe this would be a good event for you. And they float me information. Word of mouth is probably bigger than anything you can do in marketing and social media. Word of mouth goes so much further. I know if someone recommends something to me, I'm on it. If it's on social media, I might have to see it about 15, 20 times before I say, you know what, let me check that book out. But if one of my friends say, oh, I met this author, she was amazing, this is her book, I'm definitely on it.
Most definitely. And I think the biggest key that you just said was to be nice and to have integrity, because there's a lot of people that are out here doing this that are not integrous. How do you deal with somebody that doesn't have integrity?
You don't. But look, you know how they say when people show you who they are, believe them. That Maya Angelou quote. Mm-hmm. I stick to that. Like I'm very hello. You know what I do for a living? Hello. I'm very intuitive, so
right.
I'm good at feeling out people.
Exactly. And what were you gonna say, Cindy?
No, yeah, I agree. I mean, I've been in this business a very long time, and you just have to pick and choose, who you deal with and who gives good information and who's messy and, who's crazy. And you're like, oh, I don't want to be with the crazy people today. So, yeah, I'll stick with the nice ones, the positive ones and do it that way. Like we write about drama, but we don't want to be in the middle of it in our own lives.
Exactly. Thank you.
Oh, so what you're trying to say? That's not who you really are. All the drama that you write about. This is your Beyonce,
alter egos,
and your Sasha Fierce.
Right.
we hear the drama and we bring it to life. We don't want it in our real life.
I know that's right. Ladies, it's just amazing to have you guys on. So let's go ahead. Tell everybody about your books, because Sydney's book we actually did review on the T, and it was amazing. So why don't we start with you, Sydney? Tell us about Revenge of the Mistress, and I know you got something else getting ready to come up, so share that as well.
Well, what I can tell you is that Revenge of the Mistress is the final book of my series, Love and Revenge. The first one is If Your Wife Only Knew. The second one is about Mad Boyfriend, and then the last one is Revenge of the Mistress. So, I mean, that's what I do. That's what I'm known for, my controversial titles and my love affairs and all of that.
Scandalous. Just scandalous.
I worked hard on that book, and if y'all haven't heard of it, you need to go and get it. Order it online, go to Amazon, go to Barnes & Noble. It's on Kindle. It's even an audio book, so you can hear the drama while you're driving.
Audio book.
And then also I'm working on a new series. It's very hush-hush, so I can't say much about it, but the first book will be out next summer.
Awesome. Well, we're going to go to Sadiqa. Now, Sadiqa has also been featured on the T. Now, the only one that I have right now is Second House from the Corner, because she didn't bring me the other one. I'm hating. I'm throwing shade. I'm throwing some shade right now. I don't have the other one. I have read the excerpts, but I'm throwing a little shade. But Sadiqa, tell us what you got going on.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but Second House from the Corner actually came out last year, and it came out this year in paperback. So Second House from the Corner is my second novel. I've written 3 books. None of my books are continuations. They're all standalones. So my first book is Love in a Carry-On Bag, and that's a long-distance love story. She lives in New York. He lives in D.C. They really want to be together, but there's all these things kind of pulling them apart. Second House from the Corner is my middle child, and that is about a woman who gets married with secrets and what happens when those secrets start coming out of her closet. It takes place in suburban New Jersey. She's a married woman. She's a stay-at-home mom, and there's just a lot of juice in that book. I love it.
Yeah, that was juicy.
It's very juicy. So my third novel just came out in April 11th, and that's called And Then There Was Me. And that was the book that, Deborah, you and I got to chat a lot about on the
Yes, we did.
Met me in New Jersey, and we hung out all day long. And the book is doing really well. It's near and dear to my heart. It's about another suburban woman who is kind of in a situation where she's in a marriage where she's not happy. On the outside, she looks like she has everything. She lives in the best suburb. Her kids go to the best schools, but she's unhappy. Her husband is an habitual cheater. She suffers from an eating disorder. She's bulimic, and she's pregnant. And so she's kind of going, I know. I brought the drama with, and then there was
bulimic and pregnant.
Yes, she is really battling a lot of inner demons, and she kind of has to get to this place where she hits rock bottom and has to figure out, like, am I going to keep going this way in my life, or am I going to make some changes and do something different?
That sounds familiar, like what a lot of us are dealing with. Now, last but not least, this right here, the Wall by Miss Simone Kelly. If I'm not mistaken, this is her first novel. No. Am I right or wrong? Second?
You're wrong. It's a little complicated.
Okay, but anyway, this is cray cray.
My fourth book.
Notice this is cray cray. And when you get this, you're gonna understand why I'm saying cray cray, because you're gonna be like, "Ooh, what did this happen?" It messes me up how you write from a male perspective and a female perspective, and I'm like, wait a minute, I noticed a chick writing this book, but I'm like, you sound like a dude, and that is so amazing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna talk no more. Go slow. Tell us about this.
All right. Well, thank you. That was actually one of the challenges. A challenge I gave myself to write, because I've seen like Eric Jerome Dickey's done it. I've seen many other male authors write as women. So I just thought it was pretty cool that they can do that. So I figured, let me try it out and see how it goes. And I'm surrounded by a lot of guys I work with the radio network and what have you. So I hear things. I'm a fly on the wall. So, so the book is called Like a Fly on the Wall, and it is a sexy suspense thriller, and it is focused around the storyline of Jacques Barati, who is an intuitive counselor, aka psychic, and one of the real main plots of the story is he's trying to find out what happened to his father, who was father who passed away many years ago. And what happens is one of his clients, Kylie Collins, becomes friends with him, and they end up going on this adventure on trying to uncover the mystery behind that. However, one of the main things that I think people get from the book is learning that we all are intuitive. We all have this gift. It's nothing special that, we all have it. It's just, it helps you kind of learn what he goes through and what does he see and what are the signs. So when people that read my book, they're like, hey, I'm psychic too. Like, so that's one of my very favorite things that has been the feedback from the book, is that it's kind of demystifying the whole being psychic or intuitive or having discernment, as the church folks say.
Yeah, the church people like say is discernment. Yes.
And it comes out
July
11th. It comes out. That's the release date. So I'm very, very excited about it. But this is my first book with a publisher. I was self-published before, and Like a Fly on the Wall was self-published in November 2015, but it was only half of what you guys have. And then they wanted me to finish it. I wanted to make it a sequel, but they were like, no, just make it one big book. So that's what happened.
Awesome. Ladies, it has been such a wonderful time hanging out with y'all tonight. So everybody, just so we can go ahead and wrap everything up, and everybody how they can get in touch with you, how they can get your books, because when they see this, they're going to want to go out and find you. So tell us, Sydney, how can we get your books? Sadiqa, Simone, how can we find you? What do you have coming up next?
You can find me on my author website, which is sydneyrax.com, CYDNEYRAX.com. My books are sold everywhere online. As far as the brick and mortar, they're probably still at Target, maybe some Walmarts. And I'm on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
Awesome.
So you can find me on my author website, which is sadiqajohnson.net. All three of my books should be available online or at some stores. But if you pop it in and Google it, you'll definitely find me. Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Support your local bookstores.
Yes.
Mahogany Books out of DC does an amazing job. Derek is a friend of mine, and so I always try and send him some business. And I'm also on Twitter and Instagram as Sadiqa Says. And then you can find me on Facebook. They do lots of stuff on Facebook. And if you're a big reader, please come to Facebook and join my private page, which is Sadiqa Johnson's Literary Luau, where we talk about books, writing, and we just have a good time over there. So definitely come check me out.
And that's a good tip that you said that, because I was just talking to a client about that today, how they say it's important to create groups versus just a fan page, because you know how Facebook wants you to pay for everything now, to push information, not everybody gets everything. So that was a great move. Yeah, you think you got like 1,000 followers, but only 20 saw the post. So that's why groups are very powerful. Yeah. And that's why
that's a good idea.
With our special, we're doing the email marketing, is powerful because we have direct access to them, with getting the email addresses. So, sorry, marketing.
Yeah, you did. You slipped it in there, but it's all good.
It's always good.
Market yourself now.
No, but this is good for other authors, because a lot of that's what I'm finding. A lot of authors don't market themselves at all. So,
Well, and I'm also learning too that a lot of authors don't know how to do anything but be an author. They don't even know how to handle a conversation just to be able to have an interview, to be able to promote their books. So that's another area, but we'll talk about that another day. Cause that's something I'm very passionate about,
right.
is, teaching people how to speak and how to handle your interview, because you got, now with the age of social media, you have to. How can you have a group? You can't hide. There's no more. You just a name.
Right.
People want to see you. People want to talk to you. You will be amazed at how many people will actually log in just to say, "Hey, I read your book." So that's major. That's a major thing. So Simone, how can everybody find you?
Okay, well, the book link is likeaflyonthewall.com. You can go there and you can actually pre-order the book before July 11th. The Facebook fan page for that is Like a Fly on the Wall book. And my everything else is Own Your Power. Own Your Power on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Own Your Power. That's my main business. It's called Own Your Power Communications. So, yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Ladies, I have had so much fun, but I know we got limited time tonight. But I just want to thank you for joining the T Grow and Glow, and keep reading. So again, thank you guys for
having us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deborah. Thank you to the T.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and let's keep the conversation going and growing.